Yeah. For those of you that wanna know what we're all about, it's like this, yo. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, and today I'm bringing you an absolutely incredible match against Charmander 2416. This match is quite possibly my favorite I have ever had to upload to this channel, just because the way it turns out, the freaking, just everything that went down in this match is just so epic. So, just go look at his team. He's got quite a few threatening things. He's got Victini, which is obviously always a threat. Roserade, which is actually the highest used poke in UU right now. Hitmontop, depending on what it is, Flygon. But I got Moxicross and Mienshao, which is down in UU now, which is really cool, which I really do think that's where it belongs. And I have a different Victini set that I wanted to try out. So I'm going to start off with things with my Hiya! And he starts off with Hitmontop. And yeah, so I'm just going to go straight for a fake out because, you know, free damage is free damage. I mean, it may be like freaking 3 damage after the leftovers, but, you know, it's free damage. Shit happens. So, because, you know, I have that regenerator, I will be back at full next time I come in. And, yeah, so I'm going to U-turn out into my impossible. And if you guys don't know, Victini is technically impossible to get shiny, just because the in-game battle you have with it, you know, with the event and shit, the game coding has made it impossible to encounter a shiny Victini, and obviously the event one cannot be shiny. But yeah, so I'm gonna go for Charge Beam because this Victini is V-Create, Charge Beam, Overheat, and U-Turn. I think I probably taken off Overheat for Psychic, just rocks Dual Stab, but Charge Beam does nothing, so this is a special wall, so I'm going to hit him on the physical side with that V-Create, and I nail him with a crit, and that one crit right there was probably why this game was so damn close. That was just epic, so, just because that didn't let him set up his rock. So, Flygon comes in, and I'm just going to go into my white hand, my Imposter Ditto, and transform into him, just to get the access to U-Turn. His U-Turn does a fuckload of damage to me, which really sucks. And I'm just going to go, he's going to bring in his Hitmontop, and I'm just going to U-Turn out right on him as well. So, does like fucking nothing to Hitmontop. Fuck you, Hitmontop, man. This thing is bulky. I mean, I don't know why, but this thing is pretty damn bulky. And, yeah, so he's gonna go for Stone Edge, and that does like nothing to Gligar because Gligar is a boss and he's the best freaking physical wall in UU. Like, I go for Toxic and he goes for Toxic too, but I got that immunity, bitch! And, yeah, because I love this thing. It's so awesome. It's got friggin' Stealth Rocks, Roost, Toxic, and, Earth and Bulldoze. And, yeah, we'll see. I'll talk about Bulldoze in a little bit, but I go for Stealth Rocks on the Switch, and he brings in Roserade, and I'm gonna go into my Impossible, and he sets up a layer of Toxic Spikes, and Pokegen fucked up this Victini just because it had like 0 IVs in freaking speed. So I mean, I'm not complaining, but I mean, because you know, mishaps happen and shit, but it just made the game a little bit harder because he's actually running a Focus Sash Roserade, which kind of makes sense why he brought it in before the rocks. And, yeah, that means that freaking Heracross is going to take this Sludge Bomb to the face, and that really sucks because that pretty much makes it impossible for me to go for the Heracross sweep now, just because obviously he has the Flygon in Flygon, which will outspeed me, which he goes into now. And I think I could possibly still preserve my Heracross just, you know, because of wish passing and stuff. But I don't know. I have to switch out because I have no choice. And he goes for U-turn. That was a crit. That did nothing to Gligar. Oh my god, I love this little guy. So He goes into Victini, and I was thinking, okay, physical, because, you know, it's Victini and shit, but he actually is running a split one as well, and I go for Bulldoze. What Bulldoze does is it lowers your opponent's speed. Now, Gligar is fairly unique in the fact that for a physical wall, just because he actually has half-decent speed, so I thought a -1 Victini would be slower than my Gligar, because I don't know, but it turns out not, and now I'm gonna go into my White Hand, break Species Clause. I'm just kidding, and I'm gonna go for that V-Create, that Psychic, but it doesn't take it out, and he hits me with a V-Create, and and his Victini basically lives it, which is just beautiful, because yeah, now shit. And now Flygon comes in here, and I don't know what kind of Victini he is running, because he is running a split Teeny. I know mine was supposed to be max speed, but I don't know what his is, so I cannot risk the speed tie. I need to save freaking Ditto, just because Heracross is good for this situation, for any other situation, but the fact that Flygon does outspeed it, even though mine is Scarfed. So that means I have to keep Ditto around, because at least I can go for the speed tie. So I'm gonna die off and bring in my Mind Show, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and go for that high jump kick, and he nailed me with a sucker punch. Holy shit, Mind Show is so fucking frail. I mean, it is an incredible poke, but it's so frail. And that's really why I think it really does belong here in UU, because it just cannot take hits very well. So I'm going to hope he over-predicts and predicts a switch, which is excellent for me, because he actually goes for a U-turn. He goes into Hitmontop, and it allows me to fuck his face with a friggin' high jump kick. It obviously was intimidated, so it's not going to do as much, but my show is powerful. I mean, that thing has massive attack, and then you put the Life Orb behind it. That is some power right there. So, and 130 base power move as well. So, now, this is coming very, very close. I mean, I know I could live one close combat just because, you know, I am a Trillion, I am an Umbreon, and I'm bulky, not really in the physical, but he's bulky in the defensive. And I'm just going to go for the Wish, and hope, and then go for a Protect on the following turn, because I have to kill this thing due to Toxic, because Ditto is at 10 health. He cannot take on frigging Flygon and Hitmontop. And sorry about that. It's like friggin' burping a little bit in my mouth. Sorry. Anyway, I get my Wish, and I'm almost back up to full. And now I'm going to just go for a payback, because I'm not a douchebag, and I don't go for double protects. And yeah. So, but he actually crits me with the close combat, and I guess that kind of makes up for the close combat of the V-Create crit on the Empoleon. Not really, but still. But Hitmontop dies to poison, which is excellent, and now it's just Flygon versus freaking Flygon Ditto. And this is a speed tie, because we're both at the same speed. We're both Scarfed. And freaking whoever gets this wins the battle. I go for that Outrage. I win that speed tie. And freaking he dies. And I know it technically says I won, but that was a tie in my eyes, because I was poisoned. I would have died to that. And yeah, it was a tie in my eyes. But that was just an absolutely incredible match. And that was probably my favorite match I have ever uploaded here on this channel, because that was just incredible. And yeah, I just like to say thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have been giving me. I mean, it's all my videos and over the last like week or so have just been getting great responses, like over 10 likes, over 100 views on a lot of them, and like plenty of comments. I mean, I'm not really one to divulge on the numbers or anything, focus on the numbers, but it just makes me feel really good, and I really do appreciate you guys just taking time out of your guys' lives and just watching my shit. I mean, I know I'm not the best in the world, and I know I'm not the best like commentator or anything, but I do try to entertain you, and I do think I do a half-decent job, and you guys just freaking you know, back that up by watching my shit, and I really do appreciate that. And yeah, so anyway, like, comment, sub, do you guys' thing, and yeah, deuces.